Hey! How you doing? Lord have mercy, you must be on pins and needles. I know I am. It's not every day we get to graduate. And at my ripe old age, I don't know, it must be a miracle. But at any rate, I want to say to all of you, sincerely, thank you and congratulations to each and every one of you sitting here today in front of me. You are all here because you dared to dream. You all have a collective dream which involves music, or else you would not be at this illustrious Berklee College of Music. You know something? Music is like a mighty sword in life. It cuts through everything. It follows us wherever we go, providing a backdrop to every emotion, every imaginable situation we can find ourselves in. It helps us to heal wounded hearts, broken spirits, bringing us joy and inspiration. All the music we hear around the world was born from someone's dream. A dream that started as a thought, inspired by a situation or a circumstance. I never dreamed that I would have the career that I have, a career that has spanned more than 40 years. I never, ever dreamed that I would be standing before you about to share snippets of my dreams in hopes that in doing so, I can say something that will hopefully inspire you as you begin your individual journeys related to music in one form or another. But here I am. I truly am, humbly and with a great deal of gratitude. I was really shocked, and I say that in all sincerity, to have been asked to speak to you, as I felt selecting any one of my illustrious co-honorees was perhaps more fitting based on their achievements. But I was asked, and therefore I felt I must rise to this occasion. I must push through my personal fear, accept this prestigious offer. I mustn't sell myself short, as my children often say to me, and miss such an opportunity, something that I've done a few times during my career. I've regretted those missed opportunities. I don't want you to do the same. When I was a little girl growing up in Flint, Michigan, I loved to sing in the bathroom of my home. I don't know why bathrooms are always the best place to sing. At any rate, there was a medicine cabinet on one wall with a mirrored door. If I opened it to a certain angle, I could see myself reflected in the large mirror on the opposite wall, and my little face went on forever and ever through an optical illusion that was created. An optical collusion? That's interesting. So I would watch myself sing, imagining being on a stage performing. At about the same time, which was when I was about 7 years old, I announced to my parents that when I grew up, I was going to be an internationally known singer, well respected by musicians, and that I would live in France. I don't know why. By 14 years of age, I'd formed a vocal trio with 2 girlfriends, and we called ourselves the Iridescents, modeled after a local singing group signed to Motown Records called the Marvelettes. We provided backup for singers at local high school music shows, or we performed on our own, doing songs I wrote or co-wrote, popular songs coming out of Detroit's famed Motown Records. But you know something? I soon discovered that we were living my dream, not my girlfriend's dreams, because they weren't committed to the group, to rehearsing, to harmonizing, to performing. Only I was, because singing was my dream. So we disbanded. We're still great friends. And I began my solo career at the young age of 16. I entered talent contests, and I even won a couple. But it was my parents who helped me on the pursuit of my dream. My father chaperoned me when, on one of the prizes that I won, I had to sing in a local club called the Motor City Jazz Club. I had to sit in the kitchen while the main act performed. It was a certain Grant Green and a young musician he was mentoring, someone by the name of George Benson. Now, it was my father who took me seriously when I started out, getting me my first audition for Motown Records, where Berry Gordy heard me sing and told my father, "You bring her back when she's 18. I want to sign her. I can't sign her right now because we have Stevie Wonder and we're having too many child labor issues." But on that ride home, I said to my daddy, "This isn't my dream. I want to sign to Capitol Records because that's where Nancy Wilson is." Because you see, Nancy Wilson was my shero, to borrow that phrase. But you know what? That's life when you're 16. You don't know how difficult things are. You just think it's like that, a snap of your finger. I was oblivious to how difficult obtaining a recording contract could be. I just knew I had a dream that I was going to follow. When I look back now on all that I've accomplished around the world, I am flabbergasted. Everything happened because I dared to dream. Now, here's what I'd like to say to you today. Thank you. I'm going to borrow the words of a very esteemed woman, a woman who I have the utmost regard for, and that is Hillary Clinton. It takes a village. It takes a village to realize your dreams, children. Here at the Berklee College of Music, you've all found that village. This institution, guided by President Roger H. Brown and his faculty and staff, are all here to help you build your dreams. But did you ever stop to think that each member of the faculty might have their own dreams? That by following their individual dreams, it brought them to Berklee College of Music? That by being here, providing instruction, lending insight, prodding you, pushing you all to your highest level, insisting that you can do better at every turn, that this was part of their dreams fulfilled? There are many of you who I am sure have tried to buck this system. Oh, I'm sure at one time or another, as Jason said, you thought you might not need this university, this institution, this college of music. But I'm here to tell you that you did, and the evidence that you're graduating today means that you figured it out. You cannot buck a system if you haven't lived it yet, if you haven't experienced it fully. And here at Berklee, you have had every imaginable opportunity available to you. So I do hope that you all seized every opportunity you could. With each dream that I've achieved, it has certainly taken a village to get me there. When I started performing professionally with the famed Thad Jones Mel Lewis Jazz Orchestra, that was a dream. A dream that almost didn't happen because I was afraid to audition. It was only after they held auditions for a new female jazz singer that I attended, and they had decided on the singer that they were going to hire, that I gathered enough nerve to go up and ask if I too could audition. Because you see, in my mind, I thought I could sing better than that girl. I knew I could. But Mel Lewis said to me, "I'm sorry, we're packing up. You will have to audition at the famed Village Vanguard, where they were performing that evening." So I went down to the club, And at the end of the first set, they called me up to sing 2 songs I had not ever rehearsed. They were pre-existing arrangements of Bye Bye Blackbird and Fly Me to the Moon. I wasn't asked what key I was going to sing the songs in. Thad Jones simply said he'd signal me when to start singing and he'd signal me when to stop. He did. I closed my eyes, children, I closed them so tight, and I sang. I think my ears were like Dumbo ears because I was trying to hear so I could understand when I was in and out. And every once in a while, I'd open one eye and I'd peek, and Thad Jones would be there on my left, giving me that signal. I was hired on the spot. And that, young ladies and young men, changed my career. But I started my career on the coattails of Thad Jones and Mel Lewis's dreams and the dreams of each member in that famed orchestra, one of the greatest big bands in the history of jazz. Now, allow me to say to each and every one of you that in dreaming, you must be prepared. Be prepared for struggle. Nothing is going to be handed to you, and nothing comes for free. You are not, and let me repeat this, you are not entitled. You must earn your way in all that you do. There is rarely instant stardom in any chosen field. You must be diligent. You must work hard. You will stumble. But let me tell you, professionals will not hire someone who is arrogant when they are seeking out new talent. Do you understand? You will not achieve your goals overnight. It just doesn't happen that way. You must learn to support yourselves while you are seeking out your dreams. Oftentimes, when I talk to young people, they forget the basics when they're dreaming. They forget that they must earn money to pay rent, to put a roof over their heads. They must earn money to pay those utilities. You know, all these cell phones that you all are texting on and doing your selfies on, they cost money. And at some point, you all are gonna have to pay that bill. Now, I'm just saying. So you must learn all of these basic priorities in life before you can make those big steps and go out and seek your dream. I also want to say to you something that I have learned as I go around the world and I meet accomplished performers with great reputations. You must never, ever forget to thank those who've helped you out and will continue to help you as each of you start your journey. To all of you artists, all of you singers, all of you musicians that want to be out front, which is what I am, out front, please know it takes a proverbial village to provide you with a platform to perform. It takes stage management. It takes lighting designers. It takes visual effects artists. It takes crew. It takes cameramen. It takes production staff. It takes promoters. It takes booking agents. It takes managers. It takes clothing designers. It takes shoe designers. It takes accessory designers. It takes a lot to build your dream for one night. And don't you ever forget that. For those of you who are seeking to record, You walk into a studio and you think that's just all there. And it's just been there and it's for you. That was someone else's dream that built that studio. The sound engineers who are going to record you, that was their dream. To be the sound engineer, to make you sound the best that you could. Everyone that works in the studio that helps it to function, they're there because that's part of their dream. And maybe they're trying to use that as a stepping stone to get to the next level of their dream. It's not all about you. No matter whether you are in front of or behind whatever scene of life you're in, please stay honest in your dreams. Don't let anyone steal your dreams. Do not accept the word no. No, when you are going for your dreams, can be one of the most destructive words you have ever heard. So if someone tells you no, step around. Go to the next door. There is a door that will open. If you find that you keep pushing a wall and you can't seem to move it, then maybe that means you need to readjust and rethink your dream. So you must always stay open as you seek your dream. I want you all to stay focused. I want you all to do the best that you can, because it is doing the best that you can that you will be lauded. Your goal cannot be to try and win a Grammy Award or an Emmy Award or an Academy Award. That's not the dream. The dream is to do your best, because when you do, people will recognize it. When you're honest, people will feel it. And then those people will laud you. The object of your life journey, no matter what field you're going into, should be to do the best that you can for the betterment of whatever that situation is that you are in. Do you understand me? In closing, I want to say to each of you graduates, once again, and I don't think that we can reiterate this enough, I'm going to reiterate what our Senior Vice President, Lawrence Simpson, said, what Jason said. Say thank you. Say thank you to each person that helps you. You're going to get a lot of help. So always remember to say thank you. And once again, you have to thank your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your loved ones, your big sisters and big brothers. To all of you that are graduating on scholarships, you need to say thank you to those foundations who believed in your talent enough that they would grant you money so that you can achieve this part of your dream. There was a way that I used to say thank you that I was taught when I was in high school, and that was to write a letter. We have lost this art. Take a moment out of your time, out of your precious time. Go to a store and get yourself a thank you note and write the words on it. Thank you for helping me. I appreciate it. You would be surprised how much a little card can mean to someone. Don't do an email. Or pick up a phone. Don't send a text. Talk to each other. You are all in a field that has to do with communication, so communicate. Use your words, okay? So, in closing, I just have to say, you should never lose sight of your dreams, ever. Dreams can and do come true. I am the perfect evidence of that. I shared my dreams with my children, two of whom are here, Tulani and Gabriel. They are all living their dreams. My third child is China, and she is enjoying an amazing career in France because my children all saw mommy going for her dreams and her dreams being realized. Once their dreams are realized, those first dreams, then start some more. Because your goal in life should be to dream until the day you die. God bless you all. Congratulations. You have earned this day. So be proud of yourselves. Be proud. Be proud. You are from Berklee College of Music. Let me hear you say, yeah. 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 All right. Enough said.